welcome back to your 30-day wellness challenge with Abby. I'm Abby, and today we are on day 9, creating a solid foundation. So let's get started in our prayer. Let's dedicate our practice. Send out love, send out good energy, and then also think about creating that solid foundation. So let's be aware of our breath. Inhaling to 4, exhaling to 4. And now gently release your hands. So today, with creating that solid foundation, we have already found good alignment and then also finding more length. So I invite you to grab your chair as we find that solid foundation in our chair. So we are pressing those sits bones into our chair, really rooting down, pushing down into our chair. And then we are creating that good alignment with looking down at our torso and making sure that our rib cage is stacked right above our hips. And then those shoulders are releasing down as we squeeze the shoulder blades together. And now we're finding length through the crown of our head while gently tucking our chin. Keep lifting up through the crown of your head. So you are finding length. Pat, pat, pat. All right. We are rooting down, pressing those sits bones into our chair, and then we're driving the shoulders down, lengthening the crown of our head, tucking our chin. But now bring some attention to our core. We're drawing the navel in and then slightly up. So just feel this solid foundation in your chair as you keep pressing down, but then having good alignment and creating more length. So is this something that you can find if you sit at your desk a lot? Can you focus on finding those sits bones and then also giving your lower back and hip support by drawing the navel in and up? Can you create that good alignment like we've talked about? And can you find more length by tucking the chin and then lifting the crown of your head up to the ceiling? So next time you're sitting in your chair, can you create more of a solid foundation for yourself, especially if you're sitting for long periods of time? Let's give these areas good support by engaging the abdomen, and then let's give our spine better support by stacking up our vertebrae, finding that alignment, and finding more length through the crown of our head. So this is creating a more solid foundation in a chair in this seated pose. So let's just hold this for a couple more deep breaths. Gently close your eyes here. Inhale to 4, exhale to 4. And then just notice how this sensation feels when you really root down and lengthen at the same time. So take this for one more big deep breath. Inhale to 4, exhale to 4. Great. Let's come to stand. We're going to go into a low mountain pose. Feet are going to be at hip distance apart. Hands, palms are going to be facing up towards the ceiling or up towards the sky. Dropping those shoulders down, squeezing the shoulder blades together. But now I want you to really focus on putting your weight in all corners of your feet here. And then also gripping your mat with your toes. And now engaging your legs, engaging your abdomen, and then pat, pat. Lifting the crown of your head up to the ceiling here. Again, we always focus on alignment as well. Looking down at your hips and that your torso, that your rib cage is stacked right above. So creating this solid foundation in a low mountain pose. Gently close your eyes again. Take your deep breaths. Inhale to 4, exhale to 4. And notice how this feels as you keep pressing into your mat. All corners of your feet into your mat here. Curling your toes, gripping your mat with your toes, and feel this sensation. Next time you're standing, are you able to really root down and create a solid foundation for yourself? Holding here for one more deep breath. Inhale to 4, exhale to 4 in this low mountain pose. Next, we're going to heel toe the feet together. Have your chair handy if you'd like to put a hand on here for balance. But we're going to move into a chair pose. Hands are going to come to prayer at heart center, and then you're going to sink down and put your weight into your heels. Again, you're kind of rooting down, really pressing firmly down into your mat here. Hands keep pressing firmly together as well. And then lift the crown of your head up to the ceiling or up to the sky, and then sink down a little bit lower. So if this is not working for you today, make sure that you're utilizing your chair and then giving a little bend to the knees. Now your legs are pressing together to give each other support as you keep rooting down through your feet, putting a little bit more weight in your heels here, and then sink down a little bit lower. You're gonna feel it in your legs a little bit. Make sure you have this chair here for support, or you're in prayer at heart center, sinking down. We're holding here for one more deep breath. And as you exhale, let's slowly release. Next, we're going to move into that goddess pose, which we did yesterday. I got to create more space. So toes are pointed out. Let's root down. All corners of your feet are pressing firmly into your mat here. And then find your focal point. Hands are going to come back to prayer. And then sink down into that lunge. Okay, focus on your feet. All corners. Toes are gripping your mat, and feel this sensation. And maybe you rock side to side. I feel like I'm an Egyptian. Makes me want to sing that song. Have you heard that song? Walk like an Egyptian. All right, anywho, let's lengthen those legs. If we are finding that doesn't work for you, make sure you utilize the chair and come down and maybe rock side to side. And maybe you just have it handy if you're at prayer, or you keep your hands right on that chair and rock side to side. But really feel that sensation of rooting down with all corners of your feet here. You're going to feel it in your legs as well. Rocking side to side. All right, let's lengthen those legs. Let's come back and heel toe our feet together here. We're going to come up to our high mountain. Reach through the fingertips. Take your inhale. Exhale, arms slowly release down as the chin drops down to your chest. Let's do that again. Reach up, inhale through the fingertips, and exhale, release those arms as the chin drops down to your chest. So I invite you to, the next time that you stand or that you sit, especially for a long period of time, you focus on rooting down all corners of your feet, and then also engaging all these muscles to give yourself good support, and then also be in good alignment. And pat pat, find more length through the crown of your head. All right, we're gonna come end today either on your chair or come down and have a seat. Let's bring our hands back to prayer at heart center and think about your dedication you made, sending out love, sending out good energy. Namaste. So creating roots, as we were running down today, you can also think about how with rooting down, it's about making connections, like off your mat or off your chair. Creating that solid foundation is also about making connections, finding your roots. So I invite you today to write about if you have found your foundation, if you have found your connections, and just write about them and how that feels and how the importance of these connections are to you. But if you have not found these connections yet, if you are searching, where can you start? And what can help you find these connections to create that solid foundation off of your mat? And realizing the importance of these connections and the value that they have with finding that solid foundation, creating that solid foundation. So much value in that on your mat and off your mat. So I invite you to write about that if you have found those connections, or if you are searching. Where can you search? How can you find them? Thank you for joining me on this 30-day wellness challenge, day 9. Chuck. Thank you.